Hello, dear viewers. Oh, thank you so much for joining me. Today, I want to read on Trump's July. Remember, his June reading suggested there would be surprises that he would not like. And then we had this allegation of rape by a woman interviewed by the New Yorker, right? And then we also had even more devastating because everybody knows Trump has done sexual assault. But even more devastating, and not to, oh, I feel so sad even saying that. How terrible to minimize it ever. But anyway, the migrant crisis, the kids in the warehouse at the border, the babies, the toddlers, the preschoolers, the family separation policy had not been ended, even though he said it was. So there's another surprise, and I don't know if this was too surprising, but Mueller is going to be testifying in July, part of it publicly. So, what does Trump's July look like? The Lover's card in the heart of the matter. A lot of times I'm thinking that's who he's in bed with politically. But in this case, immediately when I drop the card, there's some affair. The Six of Swords is the challenge for him. We're learning a lot about him. He's learning a lot. There's some things he's learning in the month of July that he does not like. It's kind of depressing. I don't think he shows any evidence of that. But I do think there's a lot of emotional turbulence for him in July. I just feel it. Well, and we see his erratic behavior at times. And then we have the Chariot. In the past. Right. Oh, yet again. See, okay, you know what, you guys? I feel like there is a coalition in the Republican Party who talk about getting rid of him, making him resign, because they could do it at any time. And they have talked about it behind closed doors, in front of the media, and as they vote, they're mostly a unified front, right? But there is a coalition, and he does hear their rumblings from time to time, and that makes sense, because didn't we have we did have some more senators, speaking out against him this last month, didn't we? Yeah, so when we see that, that is that coalition making those rumbles. But there's something going on with the Chariot in the past that's just, oh, all these events I just talked about, right, in June. Oh, and the way he's poking the bear with Iran. Iran, that they're really upset with. They are really upset with that. Okay, and let's see, because, really, his stance on Iran has been, it's been indefensible, and the Ayatollah, I heard him and he was sounding reasonable, yes, and so we have Trump, being very unreasonable with that. And we have the Hanged Man above it all. Delay. Delay about over the month of July, you guys. Okay. Oh, I should have done the underneath. That's okay. This is near future, the Hermit. He does feel like he's losing some friends. He does feel his support waning a bit. And I think it is. The question is it waning enough for them to want to get rid of him? Underneath it all, Ace of Swords. So there's truths that do need to come out in his subconscious. So he's not even being honest with himself. Well, he never is. I know reality is fluid for him. It's, what he doesn't even really care if things are true or not. But there's something he needs to be honest with himself about that he's not honest with himself about. It has to do with what he really wants. There's something that's interesting. There's a truth. Spirit's trying to give him a truth. Huh. Okay, let's see what that is. Chariot again. Chariot underneath it all. Should I stay or should I go? It's probably should I stay or should I go? Feeling pulled forward. But at this point, he feels like he's all in and he is pulled forward with a momentum that is now unstoppable. And he does know that he could be prosecuted for crimes after leaving office. So he is going to try to win. He's going to try to win. Yeah, he sure is. So what about this delay, Spirit? What's that all about? Oh, Five of Swords. He's not winning. He's not winning. There's a delay in his winning. The Five of Swords is a victory card, and it'd be the victory card that Trump would prefer because it's sort of like victory at any cost. You know, there's people walking away disgusted or disappointed, and that's okay with him. But there's a delay when it comes to that. He's frustrated. He's not getting the victory he wants. Okay, what about this one? The Fool, new beginning, the Fool. Foolish. He's increasingly isolated because he's upsetting people that he needs. I think it's foolishness. I think that's what we're seeing with that card. It's foolishness. So, and this Lover's card, that's interesting. An affair and breaking up an affair. Okay, so let's see about, which isn't too terribly surprising. Let's see about root of the matter. And this is an extra. This T I put on the end there. That's an extra. This is the Celtic Cross. Justice card is at the root of the matter. He is thinking all the time about his legal woes and his troubles, and he knows darn well he could be prosecuted for a crime. He knows this. And what am I going to do about that? We have the Page of Cups in his immediate environment. So somebody trying to give him, that could be just immature, someone trying to bring him good news and be a kiss up, that could be that. I wonder if there's a new child coming in to the family. We have the Fool card in the hopes and fears. Yeah, he's hoping for a new beginning. He's hoping to put this Mueller thing all behind him. And he's hoping this will be the last he hears of it with Mueller's testimony. But it doesn't look that way. It just doesn't look that way to me. That'll be the last of it. Oh, heck no. This will be written about. This will outlive him. Yes. The Sun is his outcome card. Okay, I got this in the last reading about this when I pulled some cards. I think he's he's bragging. He's full of boasting. He's sort of recklessly deciding to present an image like he's celebrating, like he's winning, but there's an urgency under it. There's a nervousness under it. Yes, that he's vigorously moving forward, but that a lot of times is these investigations that are being sort of hung up, they're just not maturing. He thinks he can do that. The King of Coins. He thinks that he has moneyed interests behind him. He thinks he can do that. So I feel like this Sun is this is what he's going to try to present to all of us. So fair warning, this is what he's going to do. He's try to do his gaslighting, and isn't everything great, and aren't I great? And the Mueller stuff, well, that's all over. And I don't know how he's going to explain the migrant family separation. He might just turn on his people and say, oh, I didn't even know that was going on. Is he going to do that? I just have to ask real quick. 3 of Cups. No, that's what I got before. 2. It's the celebratory air. He's going to put on this celebratory air. We've won. There's nothing to the Mueller thing. But that's a manipulation. That is not what he's feeling. Because what I'm seeing here is he's worrying he's losing his support. And this is a depressing card. So that's the challenge. Something in his personal life there. And he's not winning, and he's frustrated with not winning. He feels the urgency. He feels the pull. No, he's not going to. I don't know that he's going to get honest with himself. Okay, well, Spirit, is there anything else we should know about July? I just see him becoming increasingly uneasy, worrying, feeling more isolated, knowing that there are conversations being had about him among the Republican lawmakers that he sure wishes he could hear, but he doesn't know. Knowing that there is this coalition that's wanted him to go, and wondering how loud they're being among their ranks. He's not okay in July, but he's sure going to try to make it seem like it. We're going to see more crazy tweets and stuff like that, and that's how we'll know that he's actually unraveling. Anything else, Spirit? I took out these two. Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands. He's actually pretty embattled and heartbroken underneath it all. That's that sadness there. Yeah, Three of Swords. So, no, he's not doing okay. Sure, going to try his level best to make it seem like he is. All right. Well, I thank you so very much, and we'll keep on moving things right along in the right direction. Okay, bye-bye.